is the billboard that has caused a lot of controversy this week. Now, feminist blogger Kelly J. Keane-Minshall raised £700 for a poster, and she put that up in Liverpool during the Labour Party conference. And on it, let's see it again there, sorry. There's the billboard there. This is the definition of woman, and it's defined as an adult human female. However...
Oh, well, there were complaints, though. Complaints that the poster was transphobic and led for it to be removed. So we're joined now by Kelly J, who's blasted the decision to remove the billboard, as well as trans campaigner India Willoughby. Good morning to you both. Kelly, first of all, tell us why you put... Was this just you, or was this part of Standing Up for Women? This is a pressure group you're involved with. So
it's part of Standing for Women, but it was something I really wanted to do, because I've noticed over the last few years we seem to be losing the word woman. So we might be called cervix havers or menstruators. Well, in cervical cancer campaign material, the word woman doesn't appear. Menstruators, chest feeders, pregnant people. And I just thought the essence of this debate and what we're losing is literally the word woman to mean adult human female.
But people seem to be embracing the word woman as well. You're saying that it's disappearing. I think that that's not entirely the case. I mean, I think women are being very much embraced at the moment as well. We're very much in the news. Women are taking over very high positions of power. Do you not agree that females are being celebrated?
Well, you say female and woman interchangeably, and I would agree with you, but that isn't what's happening in the public sphere. So we had Philip Bunce just winning a woman sort of entrepreneur award or business award, and he just wears a dress one day a week. So it's being diluted.
So how do you define
look, wait a minute. As a man on the outside here, right, this just makes me feel that you're making the word female more exclusive than inclusive. You're claiming it back. You're fighting for it back,
Absolutely.
Right, you think it's been diluted. Let me ask you, beside you, India Willoughby, she transitioned from a male to female, what, 3 years ago now?
3 years ago.
Yeah. Why does she threaten you?
I think when you decide that men can come into women's space, it's no longer a women's space.
But she sees herself as a woman. You in every way, and explain to me how you react to that assertion.
Well, I just want to ask you, Kelly, what would make you happy? Would you want to shave my head? Would you make me want to wear boys' clothes, take my driving licence away and change it back to a male driving licence?
Absolutely not. You can do anything you want, just you not be recognised as a woman in law.
But Kelly J,
I am
Kelly J,
recognised
if she sees
as a woman
herself
in law
as a woman, do you have any sympathy that you're looking at a woman who was trapped in a man's body?
No, unfortunately, I really don't think you can change sex in any meaningful way. Every cell in the human body has got the DNA code of what sex you are. So India obviously looks like a woman, but I don't see India as a woman.
Right. What is it about trans people that makes you so angry? I mean, me as an individual, I've read some of your tweets, and you've said that trans people are out to annihilate women and extinguish them from the planet, effectively. Now,
I don't think I've ever said that.
But you don't recognise trans people as women, do you?
No.
So what would you say to the... Literally, my mum is obviously a woman. She loves me to bits. My sister, you know, she just accepts me now as her sister. I've got literally hundreds of women friends. I just lead a normal life, so why is that troublesome for you?
Why can't you do that still as a man?
No, but why is it your business?
Because it affects women in law and the way we live. It absolutely does.
It doesn't affect anyone.
Of course it does.
How does it affect us?
So, for example, if I was arrested today by a police officer who still had a penis but said he was a woman, he's allowed to intimately search me. Now, the reason he's allowed to intimately search me is because a transgender police officer who said he was a woman took the police to court to have that right, because he said it was discriminatory for him not to be able to.
If he believes he's a woman, you're saying that doesn't make him a woman?
That's saying I have to indulge in that belief also, and I don't.
But when you're sitting with someone like India, who has from a very young age felt wrong felt very wrong as a boy, has lived as a woman for many years.
What does that mean?
Had the full transgender reassignment surgery. I mean, there's a lot goes into this. That is not just done on a whim.
Yeah.
And you're now saying that she can't be a woman.
What does living as a woman actually
Well, ask
mean?
her.
What does living as a woman mean?
Ask me. I think that's a really good question. Well, you know, I have something called gender dysphoria. It's a recognised medical condition the world over for 50 years or so. And the treatment for somebody like me who felt gender dysphoria is the only way I can feel normal, if you like, is by transitioning. And I've transitioned, and life is great. You know, I have no problems. I pay my taxes.
Okay,
I have
what
a
does
responsible
living as a woman mean?
job. I'm living as me. I'm living as me.
Yeah, but what does living as a
I
woman
don't know.
mean? We need
what
to
does it
define
mean
these
to you?
words.
What does it mean to
Well, it
Ruth?
means that I have a
What
female
does it
body, and in
mean?
the society in which I live, there is a two-way street. The way I feel about myself and the way that society views me. And unfortunately, no matter how I feel about myself, I can't enforce a society to indulge in my delusion.
Okay. Can I ask
But
one
you're saying that she's
polite
deluded
question?
to
I'm saying
want
that
to be
India
a
isn't a woman.
Yeah.
I'm saying that men cannot be women. And now India's free to live their life however they want.
But you wouldn't
can't
want
be
me
a woman.
legally recognised as a woman. So let's say, for an instance, I could go out on a night and I got raped. So who would I go to a women's refuge in your
Well,
world?
no, because then it wouldn't be a women's refuge, would it?
So where would I go?
Well, you could raise money and make your own refuge.
But
So
why does it?
why
No,
are you
let's
trying to
not be personal. We're
ghettoise
talking
it?
about
You
a
are being,
broad...
but you are being very
that's
personal.
almost
Okay, but
like
you're
if
asking me
this-
to keep talking about India. Let's talk about the broad basis of women and men.
But
so
India, India does represent a lot of people who
No,
have
India
transitioned. She
no.
does. She speaks about it very openly.
Well, Miranda Yardley does too, and he doesn't agree remotely with India.
See, the trouble is, in this day and age, your poster was taken down and one of the complaints the main complaint came from a Dr. Adrian Harrop, who is not trans but describes himself as an ally of the transgender community. And he complained to the billboard company that your poster would serve to make transgender women feel unsafe. And in fact, it was a transphobic hate crime. Do you see yourself as, I mean, are you proud to be transphobic?
I don't know what transphobia means unless
Well,
it
you don't
means that I
stand
don't...
for her
No,
and
but
what she
No.
is.
You
and
paid
don't
for a
tolerate.
poster to put
To
on a
talk
wall.
about women, adult human females, and the fact that it's deemed transphobic, it absolutely highlights the absurdity of what's going on.
You've actually been investigated by the police for
Yeah,
malicious
for saying that you
communications.
shouldn't... No,
But what?
no. I was interviewed by West Yorkshire Police, of which I could make lots of comments about their behaviour, and they wanted to see, test the law as to whether or not it's unlawful to say that you shouldn't take a 16-year-old to Thailand and castrate them.
But why is this your business? It's a personal family
Why is
matter.
it-
There's going to be a
It's not
big
a personal family matter. Susie
ITV
Green is part of the
drama.
whole career.
Are we
has this.
agreed there's just terrible confusion and there is a long way to go with all of this?
No, I think I'm agreed that this is an absolute assault on women and womanhood, and we are losing...
None of my women friends feel that.
Well,
but I
that's your
know.
women friends.
I don't think the nation
So you
feels it
don't
as a
respect her
problem.
journey in any way? I mean, I
I
think...
don't see why that matters.
I think it does.
No, I
matter,
don't think
because-
it matters. I
Well,
don't
to
think
me,
I need
can I
to
just say
respect an
again as a man,
individual's
right? I couldn't
journey.
say the sort of things you're saying, and you have every right to say what you say as a woman. I've no difficulty with that. What I don't understand is why you don't empathise or understand that I don't think India does this for fun.
No,
Can I
it's
just...
Nobody's
horrible.
saying that.
It's not like
there's no pleasure in being trans. I don't get a kick out of it, a buzz.
So therefore,
it's really, really tough.
Can you not sort of see that she has a journey, that she's looking maybe for a destination with other women to say, please embrace me, please understand what I've gone through?
Well, what about Karen White, who claims, who is a trans woman, who went into British prisons and raped women in female prisons?
Well, Myra Hindley, Rose West. What
Oh,
are
no,
you-
no,
what are you
no,
saying
no.
for
There's
one
80,000
example?
men in our prisons. There's only 3,000 women, and 12,000 of those men are sex offenders. So there's no comparison.
But for you, Kelly, where did this start? Where did this begin? Why did you want to be part of standing up for women? Why do you think women need standing up for? You seem to take it very personally. You seem to be very
It is
angry
personal.
about it.
I am allowed to be angry. Women are allowed to be angry.
I didn't say you
about
couldn't
it.
be. I just said
But a lot of
why.
women aren't angry. A lot of...
I think they are. The support for my campaign is enormous. Since this kicked off, 1,000 people have watched.
Well, we haven't got any of those people on here today. Mrs. MLG on Instagram, on Twitter. Kelly is deluded. She's stuck in the dark ages. What ignorant views these are.
Kerry says, I am transgender and I'm a real person. I'm a real female. You disagree?
Well,
You actually
females,
laugh at that.
Well, yes, I do.
Okay.
It's absurd.
But how do you feel about that being laughed at? Because when all the surgery you've been through,
Yeah.
a lot of the prejudice you've been through that you fought against, living your life now as you do, very openly.
I think the world can accept that, you know, sometimes biology goes wrong and babies are born sometimes with 9 fingers, or they have a hole in the heart, or maybe they're blind. But because the thing that's within us that dictates our identity, our gender, can't be seen, you know, biology can go wrong in that respect as well. And that is why you sometimes end up with that mismatch. You can't have a brain transplant, so you have to bring the body into life.
I thought we might have been able to get some agreement, but there's a complete mismatch here, obviously, in the studio. Thank you both for your opinions. Kelly J and India, thank you. Your views, keep them coming in. Let us know what you think on all of this, and we'll reflect that throughout the programme. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very shortly, we're talking live to the oldest person in Britain. That's not Ruth.
Close.
Well,
She is 112 years old.
do you know that awful joke? Congratulations to Mary, who's 111.